In the last class, we have started or we have learned kinetics for the first order reactions. So, in which we have derived an expression for the rate constant of first order reactions. And here, there we have seen the characteristics, examples, and also the problems. One we have done, and the other I have given you as a homework. I don't know how many of you have completed that problem and how many of you have practiced the kinetics, that is the derivation of first order reactions. Please, if you have not practiced, please take a paper at least today in the evening and kindly practice, because in this class we are going to learn one more kinetics, that is second order reactions. Okay, so before going into that, before learning the kinetics of second order reactions, I have given the solution for the problem which I have given you as a homework. Okay, so just I will give you 2 minutes time. Kindly copy down the solution for that problem. So it can be divided into two parts. First part is for 15% completion. So 15% completion means x can be taken as 15, a let us assume it as 100. So a minus x will be 85 and the time given is 20 minutes. Okay, so using this set of values, we can calculate K1 using the rate expression 2.303 by T log A by A minus X. So substituting all the values, we get 0.115 into 0.0704. So K1, multiplying those two values, we get K1 is equal to 0.00812 minutes inverse, because the units of K1 time inverse. Okay, next part 2. So time taken for 75% completion is asked in our problem. So second one, part 2, for 75% completion. 75% means x can be taken as 75, a can be taken as 100, a minus x 25, time taken question mark. So K1 we will use this K1 value. Again the same formula, what is to be calculated? T is to be calculated. So T is equal to 2.303 by K1 log A by A minus X. So is equal to, substituting the values, we get K1 is equal to 283.62 log of 4. So by multiplying these two values, we get K1 as 170 point, sorry, it is T-ma. Sorry, please write down here, T is equal to. T is equal to, how much did we get? 170.76 minutes. Okay, so this is the solution for the problem which I have given you as a homework. So with this I am ending the numericals of first order reactions. If possible, I will do a separate video of only numericals of first order, second order, and whatever numericals we come across in this chapter. Okay, as the time permits. So students, next put the side heading second order reactions. Second order reactions. Okay, so the question can be asked like this. Derive an expression for the rate constant of second order reactions. Students, first order and second order are very, very important in this chapter. Second order reactions is it looks like it is little complicated and it is little lengthy, but I will try my level best to make it easy for you. Okay, so just turn back the page and look how we have done first order kinetics. So what did we do there and how did we start first order reactions? Similarly, we will also follow the same here in second order reactions. So what did we do there? First we have defined a first order reaction. So here put the definition side heading and kindly write down the definition of second order reactions. So what will you write the definition? The reactions in which rate of reaction depends on two concentration terms of the reactants are called as second order reactions. Okay? Or simply you can write the reactions for which order equals to 2 are called as second order reactions. Have you written, students, the definition? The reactions in which rate of reaction is influenced by or depends on two concentration terms of the reactants are called as second order reactions. Okay, so put a finger there, and what did we do next? We have written the representation of the general representation of the first order reaction. Similarly, here also we will write the general representation of a second order reaction. Write down. Let us consider a second order reaction. Let us consider a second order reaction. A plus B gives products. Okay. So here A and B are the reactants. There we have taken A gives products. Here we are taking A plus B gives products. Okay. So later what did we do, students? There we have seen that the initial concentration of A, let us assume it to be A moles per liter, and when time passes, X moles of A has been decomposed and the remaining concentration is A minus X moles per liter. Have we not done this, students? Right. So here also we have two reactants. Initially, when time t is 0, the concentration of A, let us assume it to be A moles per liter, and initial concentration of B, let it also be A moles per liter. Okay. So for your easy understanding, I have written like this. Put an arrow, initial concentration of A, small letter A moles per liter, initial concentration of B also small a moles per liter. Okay. Now, after some time or within a few minutes of time, X moles of A has been changed into products. X moles of B also has changed into products. That we call it as decomposed concentration. Okay. So, decomposed concentration, write down small x and small x. Now, what would be the remaining concentration after time t? A minus x. So, remaining concentration of A minus x. Remaining concentration of B, below B you can write A minus x. Okay. So, therefore, concentration of A after time t. Students, I did not write all those in detail. You can please write down while I am reading it out for you. Concentration of A after time t, A minus x moles per liter, and concentration of B after time t, A minus x moles per liter. Till here understood? Initial concentration how much ma? Small a moles per liter. Decomposed concentration small x moles per liter. Remaining concentration initial minus decomposed, that is a minus x. So both will be these values will be same for both A and B. Next what did we do there? We have written the rate expression. So rate expression of the reaction, what we have taken, how to write? Dx by dt proportional to concentration of the reactants. What are the reactants here, students? A and B. Therefore, dx by dt proportional to concentration of A into concentration of B. Okay, because A and B are the reactants. Understood, students, till here? Next, dx by dt proportional to now concentration of A after time t, A minus x, concentration of B after time t, A minus x. So I think I need not write that step A minus x into A minus x because you are not small kids, right? So directly I have written dx by dt proportional to A minus x into A minus x. It is nothing but A minus x whole square. Written. Next, dx by dt is equal to, removing the proportionality, we should take a constant. Here the constant taken is K2 because it is a second order reaction. In first order students we have taken K1, right? So K2 into A minus X whole square. Where K2 is the rate constant for second order reactions. Where K2 is the rate constant for second order reactions. Till here clear? Dx by dt proportional to A minus X whole square. Removing the proportionality, we introduce a constant. What is the constant? K2. Why we have taken K2? K is the rate constant, but here we have taken K2. So, because it is, we are doing it for second order reactions. So, where K2 is the rate constant for second order reactions. Okay. So, till here is the same almost we have followed the first order kinetics. Next step also almost the same. What did we do there? This A minus X we brought it to the left side, bringing the same variables to the same side. So here also we do the same. Dx by A minus X whole square, A minus X whole square. Now this dt will come to right side is equal to K2 into dt. Okay, is equal to K2 into dt. I think till here also it is clear for you. Next, below that, write down integrating. Now we will integrate this step students, integrating the above equation on both the sides. Integrating the above equation on both the sides, we get how to integrate? Integral, this is the sign students, integral dx by A minus X whole square, dx by A minus X whole square is equal to constant cannot be integrated. So K2 into integral dt. Mark that as equation 1. Again repeating for you. Integral dx by A minus X whole square is equal to K2 into integral dt. Mark it as equation number 1. Okay. So from here the problem comes now. So previously it was easy to solve the first order kinetics, but here what we will do is we will take the left hand side portion and right hand side portion. We will try to solve the two sides separately. So first you just mention below left hand side portion, right hand side portion. Okay. So first we are doing the left hand side portion. So what is there on the left hand side? We have integral dx by A minus X whole square. Okay. Look at the denominator students. What is there? A minus X whole square. So let A minus X is equal to y. Okay. So let us consider this A minus X is equal to y. Mark it as equation 2 students. Okay. Solving the left hand side portion. A minus X is equal to y. Mark it as equation 2. Okay. Now A minus X is equal to y. So what will be A is equal to? A equals to, if this minus X goes to right side, A is equal to y plus X. Okay. So let us assume or let us consider A minus X value is equal to y. So A is equal to y plus X. Written? Okay. Now below write down differentiating the above equation. Differentiation and integration. Differentiation change in the small portion. Integration means change in the whole portion. So differentiating the above equation. Above equation is what? A is equal to y plus X. Differentiating the above equation on both the sides with what we are differentiating students. See, look here I have written d by dy. So how to write that differentiation with d by dy? I will show it the next step. Till here clear na? First definition, next representation of the reaction, initial, decomposed, remaining concentration, writing the rate expression, introducing the rate constant, next bringing the same variables to the same side, next integrating, next we will do left hand side and right hand side portions separately. So students, again I have written a is equal to y plus x differentiating with respect to d by dy. You please don't write this again. Okay. So what do we get the next step after differentiating a is equal to y plus x with the d by dy. Okay, left side we have a. Okay, so differentiating with respect to d by dy. So d of a by dy is equal to right side. What is there, students? Y plus x. So d of y plus x by dy. Again, students, what is our equation? A is equal to y plus x. Na? What are we doing there? We are differentiating with respect to or with the d by dy. So how to write after differentiating? D of a by dy is equal to d of y plus x by dy. Written? Okay? Below write down. So a, generally a, students, it remains constant initially when we are not taking time into consideration. So generally derivative of any constant remains 0. So that's what I have written here. Below write down. Here let a be constant. Here let a be constant. Therefore derivative of any constant remains 0. Derivative of any constant will be 0. So this whole portion value will be 0 now. Below I have written d of a by dy value is 0. Okay. So left side has become 0. What is there here? D of y plus x by dy. So if I open the brackets, d into y dy by dy plus d into x dx by dy. Okay. So left side, this value has become 0. Right side we are opening up the brackets. D of y plus x, d into y dy, d into x dx. Okay. Now dy by dy 1. So 1 plus dx by dy value is equal to 0. Why? Because left hand side portion is 0. Okay. Now dx by dy is equal to 0. If this 1 comes this side, minus 1. So 0 minus 1 is minus 1. Okay. Now dx is equal to dy into minus 1. That is minus dy. Okay. So go back to our equation. That is dx, integral dx by a minus x whole square is equal to k2 into integral dt is there na. Okay. So there in that equation we will substitute integral dx. Dx we have got it as minus dy. So integral minus dy by a minus x whole square. So we have considered a minus x is equal to y, which is taken as equation number 2. Kindly go back and check. Okay. So those two values we have substituted. So integral minus dy, because dx we got it as minus dy. Next a minus x whole square, y square we are taking because we have assumed a minus x value is equal to y. So is equal to this same, we can write it like this. So minus I have written outside and this integral dy by y square I have put it in the brackets. This same portion, students, these both are same, no change. But what did I do? I have written the negative sign outside and I have put this whole thing inside the brackets. Written till here. Next. So after this, again, this same can be written like this, students. Is equal to, so what did I do? Minus outside the brackets, integral dy by y square. Na? So this by y square, what did I do? into 1 by y square. Any change in that? Any wrong in that? So what will you get? dy into 1 by y square, how much? dy by y square only, na? Okay, just I have written separately. So the same can be written like that. Right on below is equal to minus brackets integral dy into 1 by y square. Okay, enjoying doing the mathematics? Yes, most of you I guess. Next, below put a star mark. We know that. So from mathematics we are using 1 by x power m is equal to, so how can we write that, students? X power minus m. In the above equation we have 1 by y square. So 1 by y square can be written as using this one. Tell me, 1 by x power m value can be written as x to the power minus m. So in our equation we have 1 by y square. So 1 by y square can be written as y to the power minus 2. Okay. Now how will this expression change now? Is equal to minus brackets integral dy into y power minus 2. Applying 1 by x power m is equal to x to the power minus m to our equation ma. In our equation what do we have? 1 by y square. So 1 by y square can be written as y to the power minus 2. Okay. Next below again star mark. We know that. So I told you in the last class itself, star mark means you have to remember these steps. So we know that. Write down integral x to the power n dx is equal to x to the power n dx is equal to the solution of this x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. C means constant. Okay. The solution of integral x to the power n dx, students. So what is there with us? Integral dy into y to the power minus 2. Are they both looking similar? Yes. We can apply this to our equation. So write down. Therefore, integral y to the power minus 2 into dy is equal to, look here students, x we have y. In the place of n we have minus 2. So solution of this will be equal to, in the place of x write down y. In the place of n plus 1 we will write minus 2 we have in the place of n. So minus 2 plus 1 divided by n plus 1 minus 2 plus 1 plus c. C is a constant. Okay. Now you can do it easily. Is equal to minus 2 plus 1 how much? Minus 1 by minus 2 plus 1 minus 1 plus c. Now this portion's value we have this one. So kindly write down. Therefore integral dy into y to the power minus 2 is equal to, directly you can write y to the power minus 1 by minus 1 plus c. But there is negative sign before this one. So kindly don't forget to write that negative sign. So minus y to the power minus 1 by minus 1 plus c. Minus gets cancelled. So what remains? Y to the power minus 1 plus c. Y to the power minus 1 plus c. So next what can we do, students? This y power minus 1 can be written as, did somebody get this thought? Y power minus 1 can be written as 1 by y, following this one. Okay. So is equal to, write down 1 by y plus c. Okay students. So this portion looks like little complicated, but easily each step I have given, so that the derivation of the expression for the rate constant of second order reactions will be very easy for us. Okay. So in the textbooks, if you look at the derivation, It looks more complicated. So I tried my level best to make this derivation easy for you students. Okay, till here you have written is equal to 1 by y plus c. So students, integral minus integral y to the power minus 2 into dy is equal to minus y to the power minus 1 by minus 1 plus c. Okay, so it is equal to minus y to the power minus 1 by minus 1. It is minus c students. So I have again written these steps. Please change here. It is not plus c, it is minus c. So it is equal to y minus minus gets cancelled. So y to the power minus 1 minus c. So here y to the power minus 1 can be written as 1 by y minus c students. Okay. So again I am repeating these steps. Please change it. It is not positive y because minus into plus is a minus. Okay. Changed it now. Okay now. So till here we have done. So after that, but from equation 2. So go back and check what was equation 2. Y is equal to a minus x. That is we assumed a minus x is equal to y. Okay. So here in the place of y we can use a minus x. So 1 by a minus x minus c. So 1 by y minus c na students. So but y is equal to a minus x according to equation 2. So 1 by a minus x minus c. Okay. So left hand side we completed the solution. Next coming to right hand side portion. Go back and check what was the right hand side portion. K2 into integral dt. Okay. So I will tell you students, turn back the pages, go to the first order kinetics and check there we have written integral dt. We know it as t plus constant. So the same here, integral dt is equal to t plus constant. The constant I have taken here as c1. So therefore k2 into integral dt is equal to k2 into t plus c1, which becomes equal to k2 into t plus k2 into c1. Now k2 is a constant, c1 is a constant. Therefore k2 into t plus c2, a new constant. Okay. Now, so right hand side we got it this much. Next we will equate left hand side and right hand side. We'll write down. Now LHS is equal to RHS. So left side we got it as 1 by a minus x minus c is equal to right hand side k2 into t plus c2 written. Okay, left hand side we have solved and we got it as 1 by a minus x minus c students. Right hand side we got it as k2 into t plus c2. Okay, so we have solved the two portions separately. Now we will equate both the portions. LHS is equal to RHS. Written. Okay, left hand side portion 1 by a minus x minus c is equal to k2 into t plus c2. Written? Okay, below 1 by a minus x is equal to, now minus c if it goes to right hand side, k2 into t plus, put it inside the brackets, c2 plus c, minus c if it goes to left right hand side plus c. So c2 is a constant, c is a constant, take a new constant. So next step, 1 by a minus x is equal to k2 into t plus c3. C3 is a new constant. Mark it as equation number 3 or 4 students. Please check. If it is equation 3, write it as equation 3. If it is equation 4, write it as equation 4. Let me also check. Okay, I think it is equation 3. Okay. Below. When t is equal to 0, so initially when time consideration is not taken, t is equal to 0, x will be 0. Why? Decomposed concentration will be 0 initially. So substituting these values in equation 3, 1 by a minus 0 is equal to K2 into 0 plus C3. Therefore, C3 value will be equal to 1 by a. Now what should we do with the C3 value? Substitute in equation 3. So 1 by a minus x is equal to K2 into T plus 1 by a. Therefore, K2 into T is equal to 1 by a minus x minus 1 by a. Okay, so those who can write directly, you can write on the next step. So those who do not know how to write down this one, you can write, we know that 1 by x minus 1 by y is equal to y minus x divided by xy. So you can apply this to our equation. So therefore K2 into T is equal to y minus x. So a minus x divided by a into a minus x. So opening up the brackets, a minus a plus x divided by a into a minus x. Students, you can cancel off plus a and minus a. Okay, so cancel it off. A plus a and minus a can be cancelled. So write down the next step. So students, next step, K2 is equal to, therefore K2 is equal to x by a into a minus x. Okay, so from this, this is K2 into T. Students, a second. Therefore K2 into T is equal to, okay. Now from this K2 is equal to, we are deriving the expression for K2, right? Okay, therefore K2 is equal to, T comes to the denominator, so 1 by T into x by a into a minus x. Put it in a box, students. This is the expression for the rate constant of second order reactions. So finally, we completed the derivation. So next comes units of K2. Units of K2. So from this expression, we can write the units. Students, we need not by heart. So we derived the expression, right? So how to write the units? 1 by time, T means time. X is concentration, moles per liter. So I have written moles into liter inverse by A, concentration again, moles into liter inverse. A minus x, moles into liter inverse. Okay? Cancel moles per liter, moles per liter. So time, if it comes up, time inverse. What's remaining? Moles into liter inverse. So moles, if it comes up, moles inverse into liter. So writing it in an order, the units of K2, moles inverse into liter into time inverse. Easy? So how many of you have taken 2 liters of water? Simply sitting and listening, you are tired. Okay. Next, characteristics of second order reactions. So write down. Number 1, K2 values obtained at different concentrations. K2 values obtained at different concentrations are always constant. Okay. So K2 values obtained at different concentrations remain constant. Next, half-life is inversely proportional to initial concentration. So time taken for the decomposition of half the initial concentration of the reactants is called as half-life. So the half-life is inversely proportional to initial concentration. So let us prove it. Write down the expression for K2. K2 is equal to 1 by T into x by a into a minus x. The same I have written, students. I did not take a new expression. Below write down. When T is equal to T half, when T is equal to T half, x how much? Decomposed concentration? Half the concentration. So initial concentration is A, half the concentration is, initial concentration will be A by 2. Substituting these values in this expression, K2 is equal to 1 by T half into x a by 2 divided by a into a minus a by 2. A minus a by 2 is nothing but a by 2. Okay. If you can write the next step, students. So K2 is equal to 1 by t half into a by 2 by a into a by 2. Okay. So a by 2 gets cancelled. So what remains, students? K2 is equal to 1 by t half into a. Therefore, t half is equal to 1 by a into K2. So where is initial concentration, students? In the denominator. Therefore, half-life is inversely proportional to 1 by A. So we proved it now. The second characteristic of second order reactions, half-life is inversely proportional to 1 by A. Okay. So next comes the examples. Basic hydrolysis of an ester. You can write down the reaction. Second one, decomposition of hydrogen iodide. So this is all about the second order kinetics, students. Okay. So please practice this one today itself, or else at the time of the exam nothing you can do and you cannot remember anything. Okay. So please practice today itself. At least write down once by seeing, and first order also you please practice it, students. And numericals based on this second order kinetics we will learn in the next class, or I will make a separate video on that and will upload. Okay, students, please kindly watch the complete lesson. Okay, don't neglect. And also, if you can suggest to your friends outside in other colleges, it will be useful for them also. Please, you can share it with your friends who are outside the college. Okay, so this is all for today's class, students. Okay, so have a nice day. Take care and bye-bye.